Ask the man to change a note.
Could you change a note?
Ask the man to open the door.
Could you open the door?
Ask the man to move his case.
Could you move your case?
Ask the man to stop talking.
Could you stop talking?
Ask the man to tell you the time.
Could you tell me the time?
Ask the man to drive slowly.
Could you drive slowly? Could you change a note?
Would you mind changing a note?
Could you post this letter?
Would you mind posting this letter?
Could you answer the phone?
Would you mind answering the phone?
Could you tell me the time?
Would you mind telling me the time?
Could you pay the bill?
Would you mind paying the bill?
Could you fetch that book?
Would you mind fetching that book?
Could you book the tickets?
Would you mind booking the tickets?
Could you close the door?
Would you mind closing the door? Could you change this note?
Certainly.
Would you mind changing this note?
Not at all.
Would you mind opening the door?
Not at all.
Could you bring my books?
Certainly.
Could you read this letter?
Certainly.
Would you mind waiting?
Not at all. Persuading.
Excuse me?
Yes?
Your car.
What's the matter?
You've parked in front of our garage. Could you move it, please? We need to get our car out.
No, I won't move it.
You won't?
No. Why should I? It's difficult to find parking places here.
Please, couldn't you move it?
No, I won't.
Perhaps you could move it a little. Just a few meters.
No, I don't see why I should.
Anne, you try.
Sorry about this. But would you agree to move your car a little? We need to get out.
That's all very well. But I've locked my car now.
Oh, please. Couldn't you unlock it? It'll only take a minute.
No, I can't help it. If my car's in your way,
Oh, won't you move it? We'd appreciate it.
Anne, there's only one thing to do. I'm going to get the car out.
please, could you wait a moment?
No, I won't wait.
It's all right. I'll move my car. I'll move it at once.
Trying to persuade.
Couldn't you move your car? Perhaps you could move your car. Would you mind moving your car, please? Won't you move your car? Would you agree to move your car?
Refusing, not politely.
No, I won't. Why should I? I don't see why I should. I can't help it. That's all very well, but
Agreeing.
I'll move it. Please move your car.
Couldn't you move your car?
Please talk quietly.
Couldn't you talk quietly?
Please drive more slowly.
Couldn't you drive more slowly?
Please write to me.
Couldn't you write to me?
Please work harder.
Couldn't you work harder?
Please smoke less.
Couldn't you smoke less?
Please give me £1.
Couldn't you give me £1? Couldn't you move your car?
Would you mind moving your car?
Couldn't you wait?
Would you mind waiting?
Couldn't you work tomorrow?
Would you mind working tomorrow?
Couldn't you smoke less?
Would you mind smoking less?
Couldn't you make less noise?
Would you mind making less noise?
Couldn't you drive me home?
Would you mind driving me home?
Couldn't you open this door?
Would you mind opening this door?
Threatening.
This is my stop.
Your stop?
Yes, I want to get off here.
I'm sorry, you can't.
Don't be silly. Stop this bus, or I'll complain to the bus company.
They'll tell you.
Driver! You'd better stop this bus. You don't want trouble, do you?
No, he won't stop it.
Stop it, or I'll call the police.
The police? How will you call them?
If you don't stop the bus, I'll scream.
Go on then.
Listen. You'd better stop this bus. My husband's an important man in this town.
I don't care. This bus doesn't stop there.
All buses stop there.
Not this one. It's the non-stop bus to London.
Non-stop? Don't you dare take me to London.
I must. You're on the bus?
Take me to London, and I'll...
Yes.
Would you please stop? We've gone past my stop now.
Okay.
Thank you very much. I'll phone the bus company. I'll tell my husband. I'll take your number. You'd better not do this again.
Threatening. Things which you must do.
Stop the bus, or I'll complain. If you don't stop the bus, I'll complain.
Give me the money, or I'll shoot. If you don't give me the money, I'll shoot.
Be quiet, or I'll phone the police. If you aren't quiet, I'll phone the police.
You'd better stop the bus.
You'd better pay the bill.
You'd better drive more slowly.
Threatening. Things which you mustn't do.
Don't you dare go past the stop. Go past the stop, and I'll complain.
I won't stop the bus.
You'd better stop the bus.
I won't pay the bill.
You'd better pay the bill.
I won't do the work.
You'd better do the work.
I won't drive slowly.
You'd better drive slowly.
I won't open the case.
You'd better open the case.
I won't listen.
You'd better listen.
Stop, or I'll complain.
If you don't stop, I'll complain.
Listen, or I'll go home.
If you don't listen, I'll go home.
Pay, or I'll phone the police.
If you don't pay, I'll phone the police.
Work, or I'll send you away.
If you don't work, I'll send you away.
Go away, or I'll scream.
If you don't go away, I'll scream.
Stand up, or I'll shoot.
If you don't stand up, I'll shoot. "20. Warning.
Harry,
Yes?
be careful. There's a step.
What?
I said, be careful. Or you'll fall over the step.
Okay. Thanks.
Right. Now, look out. Mind the door.
Sorry?
Look out. Or you'll hit the door.
Right, thanks. Everything all right?
Yes? I've reached the stairs. Mind this first step. It's quite high. Now, careful of the lights.
Sorry?
The lights. Watch out for the lights.
Okay.
Watch out. There's a bend here. Mind you don't tear the wallpaper.
Okay, right. That's fine. We're round the bend.
Yes, but you'll have to lift it a bit higher. Take care you don't drop it.
Right. Which floor is this?
It's the second floor. One more. Mind you don't knock the wall. Well, here we are. Let's put it down. Take care it doesn't fall over. I'll ring the bell. Good afternoon. We've got a wardrobe for you.
For me?
Yes. Mrs. Atkins. 3rd floor, 17 Hamilton Place.
I'm sorry. Number 17's next door. This is number 19. You'll have to take it next door.
Warning.
Be careful. Take care. Look out. Watch out.
Be careful or you'll drop it. Be careful, you'll drop it. Mind you don't drop it. Take care you don't drop it.
Be careful of the step. Watch out for the step. Look out for the step. Mind the step.
Mind you don't fall.
Take care or you'll fall.
Mind you don't drop it.
Take care or you'll drop it.
Mind you don't break it.
Take care or you'll break it.
Mind you don't hit it.
Take care or you'll hit it.
Mind you don't hurt yourself.
Take care or you'll hurt yourself.
Mind you don't lose it.
Take care or you'll lose it.
Mind you don't sit on it.
Take care or you'll sit on it. Be careful or you'll fall.
Mind you don't fall.
Be careful or you'll lose it.
Mind you don't lose it.
Be careful or you'll splash him.
Mind you don't splash him.
Be careful or you'll break it.
Mind you don't break it.
Be careful or you'll hit it.
Mind you don't hit it.
Be careful or you'll cut yourself.
Mind you don't cut yourself.
Be careful or you'll have an accident.
Mind you don't have an accident.
Instructions.
Would you like to steer the boat?
Well, I don't know how to.
I'll show you how to. It's very easy. Go on, take the wheel.
Okay.
Now you keep the boat. On the left side of the river.
Right.
But you don't travel close to the bank.
Okay.
You steer with the wheel. The river goes left here. So you have to turn the wheel left.
I see.
No, no. Make sure you turn the wheel slowly. That's better.
How do you slow down and speed up? We seem to be going very fast.
You see this lever? All you do is move it up. That slows the boat down. And you move it down when you want to go faster.
I get it. It really is quite easy, isn't it?
Don't forget to look ahead.
Oh, right you are.
You have to be careful of other boats. There's one ahead, look.
How do you pass it?
You slow down. Then make sure you pass it on the right.
On the right? Okay.
No, no, slow down. And be sure not to get too near.
I follow.
Jean, slow down. You have to move the lever up. Up. Good. Now, turn the wheel right. Not too much. Make sure you don't turn it too far. Jean, not too far. Quick! Turn the wheel left. Left!
Well, what do you think? I did it quite well, didn't I? Perhaps I'll get a boat of my own.
Instructions.
You turn the wheel. You have to turn the wheel. Be sure to turn the wheel. Make sure you turn the wheel. Don't forget to turn the wheel. All you do is turn the wheel. You don't travel fast. You mustn't travel fast. Be sure not to travel fast. Make sure you don't travel fast.
I understand the instructions.
Right. Okay. Right you are. I see. I follow. I've got it. I get it.
Turn the wheel. Be sure.
Be sure to turn the wheel.
Turn the wheel. Make sure.
Make sure you turn the wheel.
Look in the mirror. Make sure.
Make sure you look in the mirror.
Turn the lights off. Make sure.
Make sure you turn the lights off.
Clean the record. Be sure.
Be sure to clean the record.
Weigh the parcel. Make sure.
Make sure you weigh the parcel.
Write carefully. Be sure.
Be sure to write carefully.
Lock the door. Be sure.
Be sure to lock the door. You don't travel fast.
Be sure not to travel fast.
You don't dial O.
Be sure not to dial O.
You don't use a hammer.
Be sure not to use a hammer.
You don't boil the milk.
Be sure not to boil the milk.
You don't move the camera.
Be sure not to move the camera.
You don't touch that plug.
Be sure not to touch that plug. 22. Similarities.
I'm interested in the stars. What star sign are you?
I was born in May.
Really? So was I. I'm a Taurus. And you are too.
Yes.
How interesting. Tell me about yourself. What do you like? What work do you do?
I work in an office.
How interesting. So do I. Tell me, have you got a car?
Yes, I have.
So have I. And are you married?
Yes, I am.
Really? I am too. This is very interesting. Tell me more.
I lived in London once.
I did too. You see, we're very like each other. That's because we're both Taurus. Tell me about other things. Do you travel? Have you ever been to China?
No, I've never been there.
Neither have I. Do you speak Chinese?
No, I don't.
Really? Nor do I. What about Brazil? Have you been there?
No, I haven't.
There you are. I haven't either. Tell me more.
Well, I take size 10 shoes.
Oh dear. I don't. I take size 6.
Perhaps we aren't alike after all.
Well, what day were you born?
The 12th of May.
There you are. I was born on the 14th. That's why our feet are different.
Similarities.
I'm English.
So am I. I am too. So is my husband. My husband is too.
I like travelling.
So do I. I do too. So does my brother. My brother does too. I went by train.
So did I. I did too. So did my wife. My wife did too.
I've lost my keys.
So have I. I have too. So has John. John has too.
I'm not English.
Nor am I. Neither am I. I'm not either. Nor is my husband. Neither is my husband. My husband isn't either.
I don't like travelling.
Nor do I. I don't either. Nor does my brother. My brother doesn't either. I didn't go by train.
Nor did I. I didn't either. Nor did my wife. My wife didn't either.
I haven't lost my keys.
Nor have I. I haven't either. Nor has John. John hasn't either. I like cheese.
So do I.
I don't like cheese.
Nor do I.
I don't drive.
Nor do I.
I don't smoke.
Nor do I.
I read a lot.
So do I.
I live in London.
So do I.
I work in a shop.
So do I.
He doesn't drink coffee.
Nor do I.
They don't need a passport.
Nor do I. I'm tired.
I am too.
I'm a teacher.
I am too.
I'm reading.
I am too.
I live in London.
I do too.
I play golf.
I do too.
I'm smoking.
I am too.
I enjoy films.
I do too.
I enjoyed that film.
I did too.
I bought a book.
I did too.
I like apples.
I do too.
I posted some letters.
I did too.
I've written a letter.
I have too.
I flew to London.
I did too.
I work in a bank.
I do too.
I've seen that film.
I have too. (23) Complaining.
Good afternoon. Can I help you?
Yes. I bought this watch here 2 days ago. And I'm very unhappy about it.
Could I ask why?
Well, at first it gained a lot. After 6 hours, it was an hour fast.
That's all right. We can see to that.
Yes, but then it stopped. Now it doesn't work at all.
Well, we'll be happy to look at it for you.
No, it isn't worth it. I'm not satisfied with the watch.
Well, perhaps we could change it. And give you another one.
No, I don't want to change it. The watch is no good.
Could we give you a credit note, then?
No, that won't do. I'd like my money back.
Well, we usually give credit notes.
No, that isn't good enough. You sold me a watch that doesn't work.
Have you got a receipt for the watch?
Yes, I have. Here it is.
If you'd wait a moment. I'll speak to the manager.
Thank you.
Complaining.
I'm very unhappy about this watch. I'm not satisfied with this watch. The watch is no good. The watch doesn't work.
Offering to help somebody who complains.
I'll be happy to change it. Perhaps I could change it. Could I change it?
Complainer refusing an offer.
It isn't worth it. That won't do. That isn't good enough.
I'm unhappy about this watch.
I'm not satisfied with this watch.
I'm unhappy about this holiday.
I'm not satisfied with this holiday.
I'm unhappy about this carpet.
I'm not satisfied with this carpet.
I'm unhappy about this car.
I'm not satisfied with this car.
I'm unhappy about these shoes.
I'm not satisfied with these shoes.
I'm unhappy about these glasses.
I'm not satisfied with these glasses. I could change it for you. Do.
That won't do.
We could mend it. Worth.
It isn't worth it.
We could give you another one. Good.
That isn't good enough.
I could look at it. Worth.
It isn't worth it.
We could send it to the factory. Do.
That won't do.
I could give you a credit note. Good.
That isn't good enough.
We could test it. Worth.
It isn't worth it.
I could tell the manager. Good.
That isn't good enough. We'll be happy to change it.
Perhaps we could change it.
We'll be happy to mend it.
Perhaps we could mend it.
We'll be happy to look at it.
Perhaps we could look at it.
We'll be happy to send it back.
Perhaps we could send it back.
We'll be happy to clean it.
Perhaps we could clean it.
We'll be happy to look for it.
Perhaps we could look for it.
We'll be happy to give you £10.
Perhaps we could give you £10.
24. Choosing, liking, disliking.
Just think. In 3 months we'll be married. Where shall we get married? In a church?
I don't really mind.
I think I'd prefer a church wedding.
Yes, okay. We must decide where we're going to live. I'd like to live in the country.
The country? I'm not very keen on the country. I'd rather live in London. I'd like to be near my work.
London? I can't bear London. So noisy and dirty.
Well, let's decide later. What shall we buy? A house? Or a flat? I'd say a flat. What about you?
I'm not bothered. So long as it's a modern one.
A modern one? Oh, Margaret, I can't stand modern homes. They're so boring.
Well, I quite like modern homes.
We'll need to buy furniture, of course.
Yes, I'd like some modern furniture.
Oh, no. I'm not very fond of modern furniture. I'd prefer some old furniture.
Peter?
Yes?
Do you think we should get married? We don't agree on anything.
I'm choosing.
I'd like to live in London. I'd prefer to live in London. I'd rather live in London. I'd say London. I'm not worried about choosing.
I don't mind. I don't really mind. I'm not bothered. It doesn't matter to me. I like.
I like living in London. I quite like living in London. I'm keen on living in London. I'm fond of living in London. I prefer living in London to living in the country. I'd rather live in London than live in the country. I don't like.
I hate living in London. I can't bear living in London. I can't stand living in London. I'm not very keen on living in London. I'm not fond of living in London.
Why not write a letter?
No, I can't bear writing letters.
Why not wear a hat?
No, I can't bear wearing hats.
Why not phone a friend?
No, I can't bear phoning friends.
Why not make a cake?
No, I can't bear making cakes.
Why not watch a film?
No, I can't bear watching films.
Why not play a record?
No, I can't bear playing records. Shall we play tennis? Golf?
I'd rather play golf.
Shall we catch a bus? A train?
I'd rather catch a train.
Shall we buy a house? A flat?
I'd rather buy a flat.
Shall we watch TV? Read?
I'd rather read.
Shall we go to the cinema? Theatre?
I'd rather go to the theatre.
Shall we go by plane? Ship?
I'd rather go by ship.